Hello friends! This is the first video of a Shahed drone from the Invaders, launching in first-person view attack drone. During the flight, the carrier was shot down, and it was confirmed that it was carrying 2 of these attack drones. Ivan seems to want to use his Shahed as a mothership. The goal appears to be attacking mobile air defense groups that use machine guns to shoot down low-flying Russian drones. This way, they manage to open a channel through which the rest of the swarm can pass. We're back with a new version of Fast-Ibliad, where Dominik Toratovsky is this time fleeing from mosquitoes in a combat buggy, which he ends up abandoning at the mercy of the defender to save his own skin. You already know excitement and adventure await the invaders on the Donetsk front. On the Pokrovsk front, a mosquito hit the jackpot when it found an Arsenal Z under a bridge, which immediately went into party mode with spectacular results. A 2-seater Sukhoi 27 from Ukraine's 39th Tactical Aviation Brigade prepares for a new combat mission. Even though the winter has been extremely harsh, that doesn't slow down the pace of work for the air and ground crews of this unit, one of the most powerful in the Defender's Air Force. The second crew member is a weapons systems officer who helps to relieve some of the pilot's workload, especially during missions that involve the use of Western munitions. The Ukrainian Air Force released a video showing, for the first time, an F-16 fighter bomber intercepting and successfully destroying a Shahed, using an Advanced Precision Kill Weapon System 2 rocket, guided by laser. The confrontation took place during the Russian air attack on the night of February 16th to 17th. In the footage, you can see the sequence where the F-16's targeting pod locks onto a target, followed by the launch and impact of the guided rocket, completely destroying the drone in the air. This marks the confirmed combat use of the APKWDS-2 by Ukraine's F-16 fleet in the air-to-air role. The system, integrated with the Advanced Targeting Module AN/AAQ-33 Sniper and the Launcher Unit, 131 launchers, allows each F-16 to carry up to 14 of these munitions and to destroy the Shahed at a safe distance of up to 5 kilometers with an estimated cost of $30,000 per rocket. This system offers a very cost-effective way to counter massive drone swarms. At the same time, it reserves more expensive missiles for higher threat targets, such as cruise missiles or manned aircraft from the Horde. A mobile air defense team climbed onto the roof of a building with a 50 caliber machine gun, from where they managed to shoot down a Russian BM-35 drone that flew directly over them. After being hit, it detonated in a rather spectacular way. I hope no civilians were under the explosion and hit by falling debris. Good evening. A Ukrainian soldier walks along a road behind the front lines and comes across 4 destroyed unmanned ground drones in less than 100 meters. Unfortunately, with little defense against Ivan's vultures. These systems suffer a large number of losses, but it's always better to lose a robotic system than the life of a defender. A Ukrainian unmanned ground vehicle returning from a mission notices that some soldiers are having trouble loading a damaged unmanned ground vehicle onto a trailer. It politely stops to lend a bumper and pushes its heavy brother up the ramp. On the technology front, another Russian communication specialist was forced to climb a burned cell tower to install a new Wi-Fi bridge. Unfortunately for him, he was detected and neutralized by a Ukrainian attack drone before he could complete his mission. Since access to Starlink remains disabled for the Z-Horde, they are forced to improvise alternative communication links and send these orcs to climb these towers, which on a front patrolled by hundreds of drones is a disastrous task for the health of the invader. In Kupiansk, fighters from the 41st Mechanized Brigade are carrying out the eviction process of a group of Z-squatters who had settled in one of the houses in the area. Given their resistance to leaving the premises, they received a generous dose of motivation through the launching of multiple grenades. Finally, the last occupying individual decided to leave through a window, but when turning the corner, he came face to face with the defenders, who concluded their special military operation with a precise dose of lead. But not everything has to end like that. The 158th Mechanized Brigade achieved a significant victory, which can be replicated in the future. The action began when Ukrainian operators detected movement at a Russian position, but instead of opening fire on them, they sent a Mavic drone with a loudspeaker, which started flying around the village of Kindradtivka, broadcasting a message in Russian, inviting them to lay down their arms, raise your hands, move to an open area, and approach the Ukrainian positions, assuring them humane treatment, hot food, medical care, and eventual participation in prisoner exchanges. Two invaders with the call signs Highlander and Sirujano decided to accept the offer and followed the instructions to the letter. With their hands up, they threw their weapons into the snow and were captured by the Ukrainian infantry without a single shot being fired. Both agreed to record a video with a phone where they told their colleagues that they were still in position and that they had been treated well, so they urged them not to die uselessly in a hopeless fight. The drone took off again, this time broadcasting the audio recording on a loop through its speaker. For several minutes, the tactic worked. 3 more Russians left their hiding place, got rid of their equipment, and came out with their hands up to surrender. There were no reported Ukrainian casualties, and the brigade reported that all 5 were safe, receiving initial medical checkups and preparing to be transferred to the rear. They are probably intended for a future prisoner exchange. Considering how the Russians treat their soldiers, I wouldn't be surprised if more of them are willing to surrender if given the chance. The refinery season keeps delivering results, and during the early hours of February 17th, Ukraine's Unmanned Systems forces carried out a precision long-range drone strike against the Ilsky oil refinery. In Krasnodar Krai, in southern Russia, the attack, confirmed by the Ukrainian General Staff, targeted one of the largest oil processing facilities in the region. With an annual primary refining capacity of approximately 6.6 million tons, which represents about 138,000 barrels per day. And it is crucial in supplying fuel to the Russian military units operating on the Ukrainian front. Local Russian authorities and various independent sources confirmed a major fire at a storage farm for refined products, which covers hundreds of square meters. As of February 18th, the fire was still active and firefighters' efforts had not been able to contain it. This refinery has been a frequent target of long-range Ukrainian drone attacks, having been visited by the mosquitoes at least 7 times since the beginning of 2025. Another day, another refinery. Let's keep up this pace to stop the invaders' cash flow. A few days ago, Love Day was celebrated, and for the fighters of the 20th Lubart Operational Brigade 1st Azov Corps, true love is shown through actions that protect those you love. For them, this feeling means being a shield for those behind the lines. Where there is love, there is strength to resist until the end. But on the other hand, for those who have no love, there are many gifts. It's for the illegal tourists who received all kinds of fireworks to appease their love for taking other countries' territory by force. For those who want to see additional content, we invite you to subscribe to our Patreon, where for just $1, you'll have access to uncensored war videos. Visit our store and discover items from Ukraine's distinguished units. Each purchase directly supports United 24, contributing to reconstruction, civil aid, and defense. Don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to the channel.